Okay, so here's my voiceover for the guide because I forgot to turn the voice on. So I have my Perforce folder open here where I hold all files related to the project. I've created a folder called Depots where I'm going to hold the two folders for each workspace, one for Opt, one for UltraOcean. So Depots is where I'm holding my workspace folders. So I'm creating them now, so a new folder called Opt main or whatever. So that'll be the folder where all root files from the project are held, such as the .u project, etc. Now I'm creating the UltraOcean workspace folder. This is where the /source, the .u project, etc. will be held. So with that done, we're going to open P4V, and we're using the same server and IP, your username details, and your workspace. Now it crashed quite a few times here, but basically you're gonna hit new and give it a descriptive name. Since this is going to be the Opt main project, I called it like insomnia underscore Opt dash main. For UltraOcean, I called it UltraOcean underscore or insomnia underscore UltraOcean. And then you want to choose your workspace root folder, so where all the files will go, and that's the two folders that I created beforehand. So for Opt main project, I'm finding the Opt project root folder and then selecting it. And then I'm selecting which depot I want for this. I'm unselecting depot with the red X button. You can see it says map workspace mapping, so I'm mapping a depot or depot stream to a folder. So I'm gonna map Opt to this workspace. It's gonna crash on me, but using the green check mark will map that. And you won't have to do this in the end, I don't think, because I figured out in making this video that this is kind of the wrong way to do it. So then you need to select a stream, since Opt and UltraOcean each have streams. So I go to hit the browse button to find it, and it crashes, and that happens a couple times. I'll probably just cut this out. Doing the same thing over. Trying to be safe, enabling everything this time. And crash. So this time, workspace is actually an optional field. You'll see, like that, optional. So I just log in, and we get the main P4V window. And so in this window, we go to View Workspaces or Control 5, which brings up the Workspaces tab. You can right-click and hit New Workspace, and you get that exact same window. You'll see right now we have no workspaces when we go to the Workspace Select tab or dialog. So I'm doing it again. I'm selecting Opt depot. I figured out another little trick after this. Then I'm hitting browse, it brings up the streams. I'm selecting the Opt mainline stream, so that's the one stream in the Opt depot. So I'm selecting that one, hitting OK, and you'll notice it got rid of all the other depots, so kind of makes it idiot proof. So you can only have as far as I know, one mainline stream for each workspace, which is good. That's probably why I was having errors at first. This is the manual mapping, just to verify for some reason. So you can see what's mapped to what workspace. So I'm mapping this and that mainline to this workspace name, and then I'm browsing and finding those folders again, the root folders, the workspace root folders. So So this one's for Insomnia Opti main workspace. It's just going to use the Opti depot. And you won't get this, but it's basically just saying there's no files, but you won't get that. So I'm going to cancel it out. So you'll see we are on the Opti mainline depot, which becomes clearer once there's files in it. We're going to create a new workspace. We're going to do the Ultra Ocean one. This time we're going to use the trick of selecting the stream to just get that one. So select Ultra Ocean, browse streams. After selecting Ultra Ocean with the green check mark and deselecting the rest, then select the Ultra Ocean mainline. If you need that workspace, it removes the other depots. You just get the Ultra Ocean depot and the Ocean mainline stream. So I'm mapping that to my Ultra Ocean workspace, which is, again, each one's in a separate folder. So now I have two workspaces that I can switch between in the workspace tab. You'll see they're empty. So I am putting files in to show you how to manually use Perforce, and just to make things a little bit clearer in terms of the multiple workspaces, we'll switch between the two. So I'm copying the Ultra Ocean project over to that root folder I made for my workspace. So this is the Ultra Ocean workspace. So I am putting all those files in that workspace. So right now they're all local as I'm under the workspace, and once they're submitted, they'll be in the depot. So you can see here how we switch between them. You'll see Opti main is blank. So you just hit the workspace name to switch between the two. I'm creating a dummy file here so that I can do different change lists, one for each workspace, so that you can see how to work with different two different workspaces at the same time. So just one little file. And then switching back to the Ocean project, that's how you switch between the different workspaces. So if you have a source file, for example, you want to manually check in, this is how you do it. You find your file or files, select them, and then you right click, mark for add, and it'll go into your change log. And here I'm showing you it's taking these files and it's putting them into the line above, which is Ultra Ocean / Ocean mainline. And you'll notice the little red check marks on the little file icons. So I'm going to add all files that everyone needs. Everything else is local. Intermediate's local, for example. So source, content, and 2 files in config. The rest are all local intermediate files. And if you go to pending, that's your change list. So this is all the things that are going to happen in this commit. So you can see we're adding all these files in this change list on this workspace in this depot. So I'm going to add the 2 config files that we need. The rest are all generated locally. So those 2 are not usually shared, but default engine and default game are shared on a repository. So we're going to right click and add those. They'll show up in the change list. And then we're going to switch workspaces, I believe, to show that we can work in multiple workspaces. So our change list has changed. It's got a filter that it's just this workspace. I clear the filter to see if it shows the other files. It does not. You have to switch workspaces to see your change list for each workspace. So I add this file on this workspace's change list. That's the Opti main, and then I hit the submit button. So I'm going to submit this this file, taking note that if you need to select either your change list like so, your file like that, your folder like that, to do a submit. If you select the folder or the change list, it will submit all files If you select just one folder, one subfolder, or just one file, it'll just submit those files as a revision. So this is the test commit for the Opti project. You'll see it's added them, and if we go to the depot view, then it shows up there. So that's available for everyone to pull now. So now we want to switch back to the Ocean and make sure we didn't lose our change list. You see things get a little clearer once it's got files in it. So we come over here, our change list is back, perfect. So we're gonna submit that change list. So this is the initial Ultra Ocean project commit. And that's basically it. So yeah, essentially you just want to log in without making a new workspace first, and then you want to open the Workspaces tab in P4V, and then create one workspace for each stream, each one mapped to one root folder at the core. That's basically all there is to it. And you'll notice that when you're in one workspace, but in the depot tab, files in other workspaces have a little dashed line around them. But when we switch to the other one, you'll see it goes the other way around. The other files have little dashed lines because we're not in that workspace. So that's how you switch between the workspaces. And if you screw up, you can always delete and edit and make new workspaces from this tab here, the Workspaces tab, Control 5, or View Workspaces. So yeah, that's that.